Hi everyone, it's Milena again. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you a lot for checking my videos out. And today in this video I would like to share with you my recipe of lemon meringue pie. Actually I found this recipe in the internet, but I replaced some ingredients. So first of all, you will need to prepare the crust. You can do it one day before or just the same day, but a few hours before. So for the crust you will need 2.5 cups of flour, you will need 10 tablespoons of butter, and you will need like 1 teaspoon of salt, all in the bowl or something, the big one. And you start to press this butter into flour with maybe fork or something else to create this sort of interesting mixture. And by the way, butter should be cold, but not like freezing cold, it should be cooperative. So you start to mix it together to press butter into flour, and then after it becomes more better, more cooperative, you add half of the cup of cold freezing water and you start to mix it all together, maybe with a fork or something else. And then after it becomes better all together, you start to mix it with your hands and you start to create this sort of round thing. Then when it's even nicer, you cut it into halves actually, and you'll have some sort of two discs. So you create with your hands 2 discs, you put it in the paper and you put it in the fridge for at least 20 minutes, maybe longer if you can. And you start to prepare your filling. So for your filling, first of all, you will need 5 egg yolks, but don't worry, you will use the whites later on for meringue. And actually, so you separate those whites from yolks and you start to mix yolks in the bowl. And also you start to get the water in the pan. It's another step basically. So we get the pan and you put 1.5 cup of water in the pan. You put 1 cup of sugar in that same pan, also cornstarch, so you will need 1/3 part of the cup of cornstarch also in that. You will put 8 part of the teaspoon of salt also into that, and you will need juice of lemons. So you will need to squeeze lemons, you will need to peel them, of course. I don't need to say those things, I suppose. So yeah, if I would have to, I would need to say right in the beginning that you need to wash your hands, but I think that you know all those things. So you peel the lemons, you squeeze the juice maybe with some sort of juice squeezer, and you put the juice into that pan too, where there is water, cornstarch and so on. And also you put 1 teaspoon of zest also in there, and you start to heat it slightly on the very low, very slight heat, and you mix it it becomes cloudy and nice. So you do it for a few minutes. But let's get back to your crust. Even though it should be 20 minutes until it's actually good to go to maybe make it nice crusty pastry. And after it have been in the fridge or freezer, those 2 discs of crust, you take them out and you put them on this wooden surface with flour, each of them actually, first one then another, and you start to make them this thin beautiful pastry for the pie with that wooden tin you have probably in your kitchen. I'm not sure how to explain. And you make 2 of them thin, then you put them in this baking dish, metal dish. But don't forget to put the butter in that metal dish for baking. You should put the butter all around, maybe not melted butter, but cold one, but to put it everywhere so your crust wouldn't stick to that metal, thin for baking. And then you put those 2 thin, I'm not sure how to explain, crusts that you have, and you can do it with your hands, or maybe you can cut it nicely so it's more beautiful, because you will need to put it all around and you have them in round thin still, right, even though thin. So you put it in and you put that crust, let's say shell, I would say it's gonna be in the oven for maybe around 10 minutes, maybe a bit less. You'll have to see it for yourself. And there should be oven on 180 degrees Celsius. Also, after a few minutes you will have to make some sort of holes with the fork in that crust, so it would get nicely. But of course you can also bake it with maybe weight, but I don't know how to do it, so I wouldn't do it like that. And anyways, you'll get back to your cloudy mixture of water, sugar, cornstarch and so on. So you mix it again, and actually you get your yolks and you put 5 of big spoons, the tablespoons of that liquid, the mixture of water, sugar, cornstarch and so on, into the yolks. You put 5, you mix it, and then all together yolks with that mixture you put back in the pan, you mix it, you wait another 4 minutes while it's on the heat, and actually after that you add 2 tablespoons of butter into that, you mix it again, you wait another 4 minutes, but don't forget to keep it safe so it doesn't get burnt or anything. And it should be all nice and not too liquidish. When it's like that, you will have to see it again for yourself. You put the heat out, and by the way, if the crust is ready to be like filled, you should see it also for yourself. So maybe when it's after like 15 minutes, maybe more, you should actually check it. Your crust should be maybe brownish, maybe reddish, like that, and then you can put that filling, the yellow thing, in. You put it in and you put it in the oven like for another maybe 10 minutes, maybe less, and the yellow filling shouldn't be liquidish when it's in the crust already. You can start to prepare meringue, but of course you could do it like earlier. So also, since I say you should see for yourself, you should see if you can multitask. So you have your egg whites, you put actually half of the teaspoon of baking powder into it, and you mix it with a blender until it becomes white, fluffy, sort of thin, and then you put half of the cup of sugar into that, and also 1/8 part of the teaspoon of salt also, and you mix it then all together again until it's even more fluffy, white, maybe slightly more liquidish because sugar's gonna do that. And after a few minutes of blending, because I'm not sure how it's gonna like last for you, you can actually put meringue in the like on top of the pie, but you can make sure, you should make sure actually that this yellow thing, the filling, is not liquidish. Yeah, and you put that meringue already on the top of the pie, and you put it back in the oven. I'm not sure for how long, but definitely until the meringue's gonna get more like brownish and so on. So you should wait and see for yourself. And yeah, I'm not gonna tell you exactly how long to bake because that's sort of difficult, but you should firstly make sure that crust is like ready to be filled with filling and so on. So you'll have to check it for yourself. And then you again bake it until the meringue is brownish. You then put off your oven, you put out your pie, then you wait until it's cold. You can then cut it in those little pieces, serve it and so on. My pies are not always perfectly looking, to be fair, but they always taste very good. I hope you're gonna like this pie, and I hope this video, you know, gonna help you maybe. Even though again it's not exactly my recipe, it is taken basically from the internet. If you need to know where exactly, I'll find it for you, so no worries. And well, bon appetit, enjoy this pie. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video thumbs up. I'll see you soon.